Good morning, guys, and welcome to JMC Rides. Have you guys ever had your vehicle vandalized or stolen? Well, as you guys know, I've had that happen to me in the past. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually preparing for that, and I'm going to be showing you some really cool products that you could be installing around your house or garage to reduce the chances of that happening to you. Let's go ahead and get started. That knee definitely still hurts a lot. Update on the whole knee situation, still hurts like hell, and for that reason I'm driving my Nissan Altima today because I still can't climb in and out of that Jeep. Let's go ahead and hit the post office. I got an alert saying that I received a package, and I'm pretty sure that's the package I ordered to bump up the security around the house. Let's go check out the P.O Box. You could hear those squeaky brakes on this car. Obviously, I've been neglecting the maintenance on my daily driver, which is this Nissan Altima. But we are here at the post office. As usual, the P.O Box info is always in the description below in any of the videos. So whether you're a subscriber or a company who wants to send something or not send something, also cool. Let's go see what we got. Okay, we are in my home office right now. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this, show you guys how this all works. I absolutely love the screensaver. I know The Matrix is an old movie, but I'll probably still be rocking this screensaver 10 years from now. Okay, this is the part where I'm supposed to have like a cool fancy knife like every other YouTuber, but I don't have my knife on me. Let's just rip it open. Okay, so here we have it. I know there's a little bit of a glare. This is called the Guardline Wireless Driveway Alarm. And not to worry, as always, I'm gonna have a link to the Amazon link where I got this product from. Let's go open this up, show you guys how it works. Okay, so we got some instructions. Who wants to read that? I'm actually kidding. I've actually owned these. When I had my first home, I had one of these, so I'm pretty familiar with the way they work. I do recommend, if you've never had one before, to read the instructions. Actually, this is just some clear plastic that's on this that you can just peel off so it's not scuffed up. I hate when you buy a new product, for example, and it's like a return that somebody else opened. I never trust it. I usually return it again and try and get another one. But I believe this is probably going to be the power adapter. All right, perfect. We are in business. So, this is what we have here. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell does this do? This is considered a driveway alarm. And the way this works is, this right here is the sensor. You're going to be mounting this somewhere in your front yard or driveway, or honestly, you can mount this anywhere you want on your property. Once you mount this piece right here is going to be going inside your home, and this has different ringtones. You could buy additional sensors like this brown one right here, and sync them up to this sensor, and this is basically going to sound like a doorbell going off in your home. Once you hear this going off in your house, you can assign a different ringtone to each sensor, so you can kind of know what sensor's going off. You kind of differentiate them. But you know what? Let me go ahead and show you guys a better example. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys a little demo of how you can set this up at your house and how cool this product really is. I absolutely love it. Again, I purchased the product myself. It wasn't something that was sent to me. Let's go ahead. I'm going to draw a house. Pardon my drawing skills because I cannot draw at all. I bet you first or second grader could draw way better than me, to be honest. Okay, so we got a home. It's supposed to be like a little window or something. I don't know. Let's say we have like a 2-car driveway. Make it a little wider like this. I'm going to kind of curve it at the end because it's going to be like a fancy house, I guess. I don't know. Then we're going to go ahead and put in 2 vehicles. Doesn't matter how many vehicles you have. In fact, let's make it 3 vehicles. So these blue boxes represent the vehicles. Over here in green, this is going to be your property line. So outside of the green, just imagine that your neighbors are living on the outside, and all this is all you that goes into your backyard or whatever. The same thing that we're doing in the front yard, I highly recommend that you do it in the backyard also. So here we go. I already went ahead and I installed the batteries on this. Yes, this uses 4 AA batteries, and you're probably not going to have to worry about changing the batteries, I'd say for at least a good year. I would change them once a year. This thing right here, the actual sensor that you're going to have inside your home, this takes batteries also, but you don't need to use batteries. You can just plug this into the wall if you don't want to deal with the batteries. This right here is weatherproof, and this sensor works 500 feet away from this one. So unless you have like some huge mansion, then you know, this should definitely work for you. If you have a huge mansion, then you could probably just hire your own security team to watch your vehicles if you really need to. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to take this sensor, and let's just say I put a sensor here. Keep in mind, you're going to have to go to Home Depot, pick up like a wood pole or piece of wood that you can bury in the ground, screw that into this to this base, and you want this to be 3 feet off the ground. You don't want cats or dogs setting this off. So let's just imagine that this is 3 feet off the ground, and I'm going to call this sensor number 1. This right here supports up to 4 sensors. For my scenario, I'm actually going to be using one of these in the front and in the rear of the house. So basically I could have up to 8 sensors, 4 in the front, 4 in the rear, which I think should be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and draw my little sensor, fill it in the box, call this sensor number 1. So now what I have here is, imagine an invisible laser, nobody's gonna see it, that the second a person were to cross this laser, it's going to break the laser and it's going to send a signal to this. In fact, I'm going to plug it in right now. The cord's a little short, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. Let's see. Okay, so you're going to have this invisible laser. Now, nobody's going to see lasers. Like, it's not going to be like in the movies where you see the lasers, even though the security plan is something straight out of like Mission Impossible, I think. But the only time you're going to see a little red light is when somebody crosses the beam. You'll see like a little red light right there. But by then, it's already too late for them because you've already been alerted. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I haven't shown you this example with the 1 sensor, but now let's go ahead and set up the other sensors. Let's just say, for example, I set up another sensor right here. I call this sensor number 2. I have another sensor, let's just say, for example, hypothetically, right here. This is sensor number 3. So now this sensor is going like this. Maybe I have this sensor right here pointed in this direction. So what's the point of having so many sensors? Yes, you're thinking I'm crazy, and I am. When it comes to security, I'm very detailed because of what I do for a living. But you can support up to 4 sensors. This also gives you a low battery light. So if your sensors are running low on battery, it'll let you know. Your sensors, you're assigning a ringtone, a unique ringtone to each sensor. So for example, I'm at home, I'm sleeping at night, and sensor 3 goes off. Sensor 3 goes off, I'm gonna hear a specific ringtone that I'm gonna recognize as sensor number 3. Now, sensors 1 and 2, which are much closer to the house, if I hear that go off in the middle of the night, then I know I need to move fast because I have somebody really close to the front of my house. Now guys, there's no such thing as a full security plan. If somebody wants to steal your vehicle, they're going to. My goal with this is not to make it, my goal is not to make it completely foolproof, because the only way it'll be foolproof is if you have like armed guards in the front of your house And even then, you know, I'm sure someone can still figure it out. My point is to make it as complicated as possible for a thief or someone that's going to vandalize your home, so that they say, you know what, it's not worth messing with this house. Let me go to the next target, which might be a much easier target. And in addition to this, I would also go ahead, put up signs. You know, you have cameras in your house, put up signs in the front of your property that say that your house is under surveillance, 24/7 surveillance. Now, you might think it looks like a jail or something like that with the signs and all this stuff, but I'd rather play it safe. I work too hard to put money into my vehicles, so I'd rather prevent someone messing with my vehicles. The way I see it, you're not installing this just to protect your vehicles, but you're also installing this to protect your family, your kids, whatever, your dog, whatever it is you want to protect. You're protecting your property. So now I just went ahead and I plugged this in. I'm going to show you guys, for example, what this is going to sound like. Let's just make sure this syncs up. So let's just say, for example, my hand is somebody that's walking by.
Oh God, oh God.
What's going on? Come on in the house.
What, are you gonna shoot me right here on your porch in broad daylight? Are you out of your mind?
No, not if you're in the house. I've Googled this. Do you wanna know how it works? Yeah? You come inside and I defend myself. Now, I'm not gonna pump 6 bullets into you. No, that would make me look crazy and kind of, you know, out of control. No, I'm gonna pump 3 into you, like a calm gun owner would.
So you just heard that. That's gonna be sensor number 1. And you can change the tones, you can increase or lower the volume on this. This has little buttons on the side to do that. You could, all you need, if you buy the more sensors, I think each additional sensor is like an extra $50. There's gonna be a link in the description below to the Amazon link. You can check, you could change them, you could hear the different tones. You see there. Anyway, then you got the learn button, which is to program the additional sensors. Now, when you go to like Home Depot and pick up like a piece of wood to mount this so it's like 3 feet off the ground, I highly recommend that you paint that wood. You don't want bare wood because it's gonna be very obvious, and for aesthetic reasons, it's just not gonna make your house look good. I would either paint it black, dark brown, kind of blend it in with your environment so that nobody can really, you know. Okay, so now as far as the camera system goes, you're gonna have cameras watching the front, sides, and back of your house. Now, depending on what cameras you have, I don't know what you have, but my ideal setup is I have one camera in the front that actually, as soon as it detects somebody, it actually speaks to the person. Now, I don't want to get into too much detail about my home security setup because, like I said before, no home security setup is a foolproof. Someone really wants to get your vehicles, they're going to get them anyway. So for security reasons, I can't show you guys all of my tricks, but I am going to be making a part 2 of this video where I'm going to be showing you how you can add cameras on different parts of your property. So let's say you have like another camera here, and you can have cameras, for example. I found these pretty cool cameras that you can have them watching your vehicles directly. And what happens is, the goal of these cameras is not to watch the property, but to watch my vehicles specifically. And if these cameras actually detect someone walk by my car, the same way these will, these cameras also have sirens, and you can have those sirens automatically go off and integrate them with your home, with your smart home, which can cause, for example, a phone call to go out to the police or to you, or an email. The options are endless. But at the bare minimum, if you're not really tech oriented, and you don't want to get too fancy, you could easily have these cameras, and then you have an app on your phone. And what's going to happen with these cameras is they're going to notify you. Sirens can go off if someone comes near the vehicle. The siren, I would say, would typically scare someone off to not mess with your vehicle because now they're attracting attention to themselves. So that siren goes off, and then you'll also have the option of speaking to the person that is trespassing your property through the camera. That's a really cool setup. Wait for part 2 and make sure you subscribe. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. And you see, I just made it go off. All right, guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the little bell icon so you can get the notifications. Part 2 of this video will be coming out soon with the whole camera setup. I got something special that I'm planning for you guys for this weekend. I'm hoping that it works out. We'll see if it happens. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but you'll see that video next week. We'll see if it works out. But anyway, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for the support. Again, the goal of this video was to increase security as much as possible in your home, to protect your vehicles from being vandalized, your family, home invasion, whatever the case is. Obviously, with the system that I showed you guys today, and those siren, like the those notifications that you're going to see from the lasers and all that, you want to have a plan. Like, what are you going to do when it goes off? I know what I'm going to do. If you guys don't already have some kind of home protection at home, I really recommend that you guys either apply for gun permits, shotguns, that kind of thing. I mean, I have my own little assortment of toys, which I'm not going to show you guys. If you look at some of my previous videos, you'll see one of my shotguns and stuff like that. But like I said, protecting your home, your family, the cars, that should be your number one priority. So if you don't already have something like that, really think about a plan. Get something, so that, because you never know when something can happen. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day. Take care.